All right, guys. Hi and welcome. We are on to chapter 4. This is section 4.1. We are now into the section where we're going to have two equations, two unknowns. So for example, we might have x plus y equals 7 and 3x plus 2y equals 18. And we want to know if that point 25 is a solution. So what you're going to do is enter it into the first equation. And you're going to put the x in for the 2 in for x and the 5 in for y. Is 2 plus 5 7? Yes, 7 equals 7. Now you need to do it to the other equation. So you can't just automatically mark, yes, this is a solution, because you have to check the second equation. So the second equation, you would have 3 times 2 plus 2 times 5, is that equal to 18? That gives me 6 plus 10, is that equal to 18? No. So therefore, that point is not a solution. How about the second point? Is it a solution? Well, let's try this. 4 plus 3, is that equal to 7? 7 equals 7. That checks. Now, what about 3 times 4 plus 2 times 3? Is that equal to 18? 3 times 4 is 12, plus 2 times 3 is 6, and that is equal to 18. Okay? So yes, this one is a solution. Do not assume that if you answer the first part as a no, that the second part is a yes. This program tricks you and gives you two no's or two yeses. So make sure you check the points all the way through. The other thing you need to make sure is that we're going to go on to graphing these two equations. And when we graph these two equations, you need to get that point that you have and test it back into the original problem. All right, so the first problem I've got is x plus y. Let's shrink that up. X plus y equals 8 and x minus y equals 4. So I need to be able to graph that. So I'm going to do my table for x plus y equals 8. So when x equals 0, y equals 8. When y equals 0, x equals 8. And you would do that by doing 0 plus y equals 8. And then you would have x plus 0 equals 8. Now, if we do the same thing with the second equation, let's pull that up. I can't remember what it was. It was x minus y equals 4. So when 0 minus y equals 4, negative y is equal to 4. Divide by negative y, 1. Divide by negative 1, y is equal to negative 4. And same thing with the other one. So if x minus 0 equals 4, x equals 4. So now that allows me to go ahead and graph. So I'll grab my line, I'll plot the point 0, 8, and 8, 0. I will go click the line tool again a second time. So you can start a second line. I'm going to go 0, negative 4, and then 4, 0. And then you'll check that answer to make sure you graphed correctly. Once you graph correctly, you can go and read on the graph where the points meet. And where those two lines meet, you got to be able to find that solution. And so you would read off the 6 and the x. So you would do 6, comma 2. Let me pull up my keyboard here. So, parentheses, 6, comma 2, end of parentheses. And then you check your answer. Okay, but get in the habit of taking that 6 comma 2 and checking it in both equations. So go over here and do 6 plus 2, is that equal to 8? Check. Is 6 minus 2 equal to 4? Check. Okay, so make sure you check those. When it comes to the test, you won't have this check to make sure you graphed it correctly. So the way to tell you that you graphed correctly is by this check over here. Let's do another one. All right, so I have the equation y equals 4x, and the second equation 3x minus y equals -1. Okay, the first equation y equals 4x is in slope-intercept form. So you're going to write that b equals 0, m equals 4 over 1. Okay, in the second equation, you'll probably want to make a table / find the intercepts, 0, 0 for your x and your y. All right, so when 3 times 0 minus y is equal to -1, negative y is equal to -1, divide by -1, divide by -1, y is equal to 1 when x is equal to 0. And then if you have 3x minus 0 equal to -1, divide by 3, divide by 3, x is equal to -1/3. So I might have a problem graphing that second point. Let's take a look. All right. So the first one, I'm going to start at 0, 0, and then I'm going to go up 4 over 1, because that's in slope-intercept form. The second one, I can start at the point 0, 1, and then I want to go to 0, 1/3, but my graph doesn't allow me to do that. So I need to figure out another point. So I'll come back here, and I'm actually going to pick 1 for x, and then I'm going to solve for y. So that would be, I'm going to do this up here at the top. Let's see, I think I can go down. Oh, there we go. So I can do 3 times 1 minus y is equal to -1. So I have 3 minus y equals -1. Subtract 3, subtract 3, -y equals -4. Divide by -1, divide by -1, y is equal to 4. So now, if I come back to my graph, I can go 1, 1, 4. There we go. Okay, and so now I can check my answer. All right, here, I need to find where they meet exactly. And this again here is why you check, because there's a couple options here. You can blow up your graph and blow it up. And I'm running out of the ability to blow up. So it looks like they meet right here at 1, 4. So I'm going to go in over here and check that. So is 4 equal to 4 times 1? Yes. And then the other one was 3 times 1 minus 4. Is that equal to -1? Yes. And so that is my solution. I would enter it in there.